test of time is complete, but Huff has been working to perfect it before he releases it to the public.
Visitors have come from all over to experience the beauty and tranquility of the Cherry Blossom Festival here at Potomac Park.
There isn't much research into products marketed towards Black women, but the Environmental Working Group sees the importance of bringing awareness to consumers.
The residents of this Ward 1 neighborhood have no problem with the placement of the homeless shelter. They do have a problem, though, with the secretiveness of the city.
The district has made copious efforts to decrease out-of-school suspensions, but there is still more work to be done to get all students on track. With News Vision, I'm Raven Greenaway.
Out-of-school suspensions in the District of Columbia are down. Schools like the Friendship Chamberlain Public Charter School have made steps to implement alternatives to suspension.
We have a system called Pathways, and students can go down to Pathways with their schoolwork, so that way they're not being sent home and they're here in the building.
Although efforts have been made to decrease out-of-school suspensions, African American students are being suspended at a disproportionate rate. Out of the 7,324 suspensions, African American students made up 6,783 suspensions. There may be several reasons why this is taking place.
So basically everyone here is Black. So I feel like race is not as such a big thing here as it might be in other schools.
Eduardo Ferrer, a lawyer with the advocacy group DC Lawyers for Youth, has a different opinion.
African American students and African American kids are treated as if they're older than they really are. One is, I think there needs to be much more training on implicit bias. I think we need to be open to the fact that we all have bias.
Studies like the Breaking School Rules study has shown that suspensions can have harmful effects on students.
That for a single suspension, it made it more likely that that young person was going to be held back that year, more likely that that kid would eventually drop out of school, and more likely that that young person would end up in the juvenile justice system.
The district has made copious efforts to decrease out-of-school suspensions, but there is still more work to be done to get all students on track. With News Vision, I'm Raven Greenaway.
Huff, also known as Nick Tesla, graduated in 2016 and is working to take his producing to the next level. In 2014, Huff won Best Producer in the Howard's Hottest competition put on by WHBC, Howard University's student-operated radio station.
That was like my first experience kind of showing my production on a larger scale, and it opened a lot of doors for me. I met a lot of people.
Huff is a part-time host in DC while he grows as a producer.
I've learned a lot as far as how to get the most out of a sample and just how to mix your drums better.
Since then, Huff has put out 2 beat tapes, Body and 3-Piece in a Mix. Body was Huff's introduction of himself to the world. 3-Piece in a Mix was comprised of 3 beat tracks in a mix, which received about 20,000 plays on SoundCloud. Steady Murphy is the name given to the collaborative effort of Huff and another Howard's Hottest winner, DJ Detroit. The two were behind 3-Piece in a Mix along with a showcase here in DC.
They were really interesting. Definitely a show I've never seen before, a sound I've never heard before. You can definitely see how one person's style is coming in and the other person's style is fading out.
Nick has some new things in store for 2017.
I'm currently working on a project called Test of Time. It's my second beat tape.
Working to it, man. You can definitely see his progression as far as the guy who just wanted to make beats and now the guy who's taking it more seriously.
It's going to be really warm. It's going to be a little futuristic, more futuristic than in the past. I've been working hard. Sometimes there's only one way to show and prove this type of stuff.
Huff's new beat tape, Test of Time, will be available soon.
Man, maybe next week.
Test of Time is complete, but Huff has been working to perfect it before he releases it to the public. With Howard University News Service, I'm Raven Greenaway.
The Environmental Working Group found that 1 in 12 beauty products marketed to Black women rated highly hazardous on their Skin Deep cosmetic database. The products had ingredients like fragrance and parabens, which may raise many health concerns.
There we concluded with a report that, Black women, if they were to shop products that were only marketed to them, they may not have as many options for products that don't have these ingredients of concern.
These limited options are a viable concern for Black female consumers.
How available like the alternatives are, and like how expensive the alternatives are. Like everything these days leads to cancer, and I feel like on the list of things that I do to avoid cancer, like my hair products really isn't like up there.
Salon owner Wanda Henderson looks for other things when purchasing products for her salon. Consumers can make healthy choices by avoiding certain ingredients on the label.
But the term paraben is at the end of the ingredient. This ingredient class has been linked to hormone disruption. Not only has certain mixtures of fragrances been have been shown to cause allergies and skin sensitization. Fragrance itself is a undisclosed term.
The Skin Deep database rates products from 1 to 10, reflecting the hazards of ingredients. The database has included over 1,000 products marketed to Black women.
When a product scores 1 to 2, that's a product that, we would suggest that you should probably get, just because it has ingredients that haven't been associated with any of these health hazards.
Using the Skin Deep database is one way for women to protect themselves, and EWG suggests a few others. Read the label, choose products that don't have ingredients of concern, and don't use products with parabens or fragrance.
There isn't much research into products marketed towards Black women, but the Environmental Working Group sees the importance of bringing awareness to consumers. With News Vision, I'm Raven Greenaway.